How is it going, everyone? Today I'm here to discuss the brand new WWE brand split rule that Vince McMahon has put into effect this past Monday on Raw, which is the wild card rule, which basically means that any four superstars from either brand could randomly show up on any show. So, four people from Raw can randomly show up randomly on SmackDown Live, or, four people from SmackDown Live can randomly show up on random Raw. Who knows? Because it's a wild card. It may happen one week, maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe it's a once a month thing, maybe it's every other week. Who knows? It's a wild card. It happens randomly, and we're not going to know what's going to happen or which superstar it's going to be. And my whole initial thoughts on the wild card rule is that it is extremely stupid. I think they panicked because of the ratings, and they said, oh, Roman Reigns on SmackDown Live, we need to throw him back on Raw. And they said, well, what's the excuse to put him on Raw? Oh, we'll make a wild card rule thing so he can appear on Raw if he wants to. So I think it's stupid because it's pretty much saying, so anyone that wants to show up on Raw can show up from SmackDown Live, and anyone from Raw can go to SmackDown Live whenever they choose. Like, if someone's just, oh, even though tomorrow's my day off, I'm going to go to SmackDown Live just to show up for whatever reason. But here's the thing. What if there's already four other people there? What if I decide to go to SmackDown Live, but there's already four of the Raw superstars there? Do I play rock, paper, scissors for a spot? How do you go about it? How do you determine which four superstars gets to be on the show out of all the ones that go there? I mean, obviously it's kayfabe speaking. They would know which ones. But I'm just saying, though, logically, how does that work out? They want to make it seem like anyone can show up, but it's like, well, why is it only four people? Why are you telling me, why can't anyone just show up whenever they want? Because that's what you're saying they can do. They can show up whenever they want. And I just think it's lazy. I think it's stupid. I think it's it doesn't make a whole lot of sense too, especially this past Monday in Raw where you are on Raw where you had two SmackDown Live matches on the show, which to me made absolutely no sense. But I think it's really stupid. I think the brand split needs to keep separate rosters. There's no need to throw people back and forth on both shows. It just takes away credibility from the shows, if you ask me. And the brand split as a whole definitely looks bad when it's not being taken seriously and you're having guys jump up on random shows whenever they want because of a wild card rule. Absolutely stupid. And I don't know. I can go on a huge rant about it, but I really don't want to sit here and bitch about the wild card rule. And it doesn't solve problems. If their whole situation is for the ratings that they need to make up for the ratings being low, Roman Reigns, that's the problem solver right there. Roman Reigns, throw him on Raw and SmackDown both weeks. Have him be a free agent so he can be on both shows. That's not the problem. The problem is not the amount of superstars missing. I mean, that is a problem, but they need to make stars on their own. They need to realize it's their storylines. People don't tune in because their storylines are boring. If Brock Lesnar is showing up and doing absolutely the same thing every single week, people aren't going to care anymore tuning in because it's going to be the same thing as Brock Lesnar. You can't make special attractions if it's always the same thing, and that's the case with a lot of guys. Every time they're on TV, it's the same exact thing every single week. We get the same matches, the same, segments. It's always a repeat every week, and there's nothing to see. So it's not that the talent is missing. It's not because Roman Reigns isn't on Raw, the ratings are down. The ratings are down because there's no reason to tune in. You don't give me a reason to tune the Raw every single week. After Raw ends every week, I'm like, oh, thank God the show is finally over because I don't want to watch it anymore. I just hate to blame that, it's the lack of superstar absences, or that's what's causing, people to not have interest because of people being out or missing. I just think that whole blame situation needs to go on them. It needs to be on how shitty their storylines are. I think this, like I said, the wild card rule is extremely stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's very lazy. It's just a dumb way to excuse people showing up on different shows. And I think you need to have those people established on one show. I don't think it's cool to have guys going back and forth just because they want to. I think if people go to different shows and show up, they need to be a logical reason for it. You just can't have guys showing up just because. Like, when Shelton Benjamin wrestled Seth Rollins during Rollins' feud with Brock Lesnar, even though they never explained it, you knew there was a backstory with, Shelton Benjamin connected to Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, and they could explain that, but they never did, really. So that was kind of a missed opportunity on their part. But they could explain that was why Shelton Benjamin was on Raw. It wasn't because, Shelton Benjamin just decided to show up and attack Seth Rollins. It was there because, he had business reasons with Paul Heyman. So I just think they need to explore, they need to have, explanations for these things. I just don't think it's a smart decision to have people just show up whenever they choose. I think when it's done, it needs to have a reason to it, not just because. I just think that's just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, wild card rule, absolutely stupid. I think it's one of the dumbest things they could have came up with, and it doesn't solve any problems because that's their way of solving the ratings. Obviously, it didn't work because the ratings were almost the exact same as last week. So I don't know. I think hopefully soon they get slapped in the face that the reality is it's their shitty booking that's driving the audience away, not star absences. But who to say they'll ever realize that? They're so egotistical. They don't want to ever admit their fault. They always want to blame everything else but themselves. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the WWE wildcard rule. Leave your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like. And of course, next time I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching the video.